But of course, OBS has changed all my settings again. Hello everybody, welcome to This Week in Robot Combat. You join me on November the 1st. Happy new month. Is that a thing? I don't know. Hope you all had a lovely Halloween. Sorry, there was no news last week. There was no news because there was basically no news. There was very little to talk about last week. Not enough to do even a normal video with, so I elected to ignore last week's news and just sort of leave it until this week, and we're going to go over last week's stuff first and then we'll go into this week's stuff, and we should have enough stories to keep us afloat for another week. Fingers crossed. We are slowly building up to the big announcement of all of the robots that are going to be in this season of BattleBots. Obviously we're waiting on the BattleBots website to be updated. Supporters of BattleBots on Facebook have seen a smaller list. They've seen photos of, I can't remember how many robots, but there are several, and I know 3 were publicly announced, so we'll be going through those 3 today, and then we will continue to look through. Without further ado, hope everybody's well, and we shall crack on with the news, and we start off very excitingly with ICEWave, who have been posting a load of teaser pictures in anticipation of something. Oh, I wonder what it could be. Potentially a new version of ICEWave. We will get to it shortly. Yes, indeedy doody. The new ICEWave is black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, demonetised. Yes, black and yellow ICEWave. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think it might be alright. We'll all get used to it, I'm sure. Blue and orange ICEWave, or blue and yellow ICEWave. I'm colourblind, I can't tell the difference. I think it was interesting, but I think I prefer this. But yeah, there's the new front wedge after they sort of had that removed by Bite Force. We shall scroll on and take a look at Valkyrie, who have some new UHMW armour panels, sort of like the sort of stuff they use to build the likes of Huge. We're going to press the C more. Yeah, so they've got some UHMW in their armour arsenal, some chunky port and starboard guards to better deflect hits and protect their wheels against certain opponents. They're hoping they can take some hits. I'm sure they will. I mean, it's UHMW. We know that it's really good at deflecting armour. Deflecting spinners, sorry. Who was I thinking of? Shatter is a good example of somebody who uses a UHMW to just absorb the impact. You saw with Minotaur, they didn't get popped up across the box until Minotaur got through the UHMW. So, yeah, it's a good idea. It looks chonky. Best of luck to Team Valkyrie with that. I suppose best of luck isn't worth saying anymore because it's already happened. So we'll see how it gets on, I suppose, when the season premieres later this year. Not much more I can say that. Oh look, another cryptic clue for ICEWave as they the builder, they're taking it apart and just having a lovely time with it. Yeah, well, ICEWave is just littered throughout this week's news because they've been sharing things, and I've been sharing the things that they've been sharing, and so yeah, they've got a whole new motor setup. Their whole internal combustion engine is all new this year. The guard for it is a single billet, I believe, which we will see in just a bit. I won't go through this entire video. You can watch it at your own leisure over on the World of Woodrow Facebook page, where you can find links to all this week's stories. There was an event held by Oliver Stapley of ESC for people at Glasgow University who wanted to start a roboteering society type thing, and from that there will potentially be Antweight events in the future, which is going to be very exciting. But yeah, looking forward to potentially going up to Glasgow and competing. Maybe we shall have to wait and see. It sounds like it's going to be very popular, so that's a big win for Oliver, and I wish him all the best with it. We shall scroll up once again to Cybershock, which is the beetle weight, I think it's an American beetle weight version of Hypershock, not built by the Hypershock team, built as a love letter to the Hypershock team, I think, by Team Splode. This thing is awesome. I love it. They've also made a second robot. I forget the name of it. It'll be written down here somewhere. Death Perception. Yes, very nice. Little play on depth perception there. Yes, Death Perception. Both have competed now. I think Death Perception qualified for finals, and Team Splode took home a trophy yesterday at the Bot Brawl, and they came second. So well done to the team with Cybershock. Very well done to them. Always love to see it doing well. And I have seen some other photos. I think we're going to see it later on of it just a little bit beaten up, which is always good fun. You haven't got a good combat robot until it's been thoroughly beaten up. Unless, of course, you're Bite Force. Oh, look, it's ICEWave again. Here is the single billet thing that they've built to protect their internal combustion engine. At least I think it's single billet. I don't know. They've been working on a machining tool and doing some wonderful things. You've got to assume it's single billet by the way that they're doing that. Lots of people do single billet these days because it seems to work. Now, a proper announcement from BattleBots. A press release that they released on Facebook and they then put on their website as well. And it reads, BattleBots is coming back to TV. 153 amazing fights, 40 hours of programming for Discovery US and worldwide distribution through NBC and Universal, complete with shocks, cheers and tears. BattleBots just wrapped shooting the amazing 2020 season. Because of COVID, we were forced to film without a live audience. Our cast, crew and bot builders were under the strictest safety protocols with constant supervision and regular testing. We're happy to report there were 0 incidents and everyone has returned home safely, except the robots, which have been slowly making their way home over the last week or so. We are now in the editing rooms crafting the season that will begin airing later this year. We've discovered new stars, old favourites became heroes and some legends were felled. Many congratulations to all the bot building teams, our amazing crew and our awesome network who supported our plan to stage the competition during these unprecedented times. Stay tuned, the best is yet to come. Very exciting, looking forward to more BattleBots coming, we believe, early December. That is what has been rumoured from all sorts of sources. So yes, early December is looking potentially when we will see it. Hopefully we will get to start seeing it in 2020 and then it will roll over to 2021. So, moving on. We get a look at Pain Train. Woo woo! The Team Shred It machine that is very, very cool. I love Pain Train. It's awesome. And I've got to show some appreciation to Chaotic Robotics, who built a Hexbug custom version of Pain Train that looks awesome. Very jealous of his building skills. I love Pain Train. It looks awesome. It's got a beautifully designed back piece that has, I think it's been wrapped. I'm not sure, but I think it's been wrapped with all sorts of like New York staples. Basically, there's like an Empire State Building, and then there's a skeleton Empire State Building. No, not Empire State Building. What am I talking about? Lady Liberty, Statue of Liberty. That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm not with it. Yes. So this thing is looking really cool. Hope it does reasonably well. Take some wins. You never know. We shall see. We move on to My Girlfriend Doesn't Like Robots, and they have recently been putting more podcasts up, and I've been enjoying them. This time they have looked at the Oddworld and Overlord, Peerless Huge, and the Tartan Terror. They're looking at like the more obscure robots in robot combat, showing what can be done, and introducing this fella's girlfriend to the wackier and weirder side of robot combat, which I think is something interesting that hasn't really been done before. So yeah, big up to them. Go and give them a listen. It's very entertaining, and I enjoy it. Moving on, we have Lego Wars, the grand final, which premiered on Friday. If you haven't seen it, do make sure you go and check it out. Show David and Smeg some love. It was absolutely brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it back after having helped to record with him and driving some of the robots. Yeah, I heartily recommend you go and check it out. We'll be talking about it a little bit more in just a little bit. Moving on, Apex is somehow back. What's happening with Apex? Well, it's a shuffler. It was meant to be a shuffler for Robot Wars Series 10, but they just didn't get that system working in time. They've gone back to the shuffler system, and it shuffles. There is a video on their Instagram showing Apex doing the little shuffly thing. Obviously raised off the ground, not moving around yet. But Shuffler Apex, this thing, it's so wild. I love it. Obviously, I think there's a shuffler weight bonus in heavyweights. I'm not sure, but I think there might be. So yeah, it's very cool. Looking forward to seeing the new version of Apex fighting, hopefully on the live scene sometime in the not too distant future when COVID finally gets lost. You know, what can you do? We'll move on to who's that awful looking person? It's me. Yes, I've been building a beetle. It's a beetle weight version of Rusty that looks very large, and I haven't yet weighed it in full, and people have suggested that might be a good idea, but I don't have all the parts to yet, so I'm not going to do it until I have all the parts, and then I'll work out what weight I need to lose with it. But yes, a beetle weight version of Rusty. Do go and check out the project box over on my YouTube channel, the one that you are watching right now, but check it out after this video if you like, to see how I've been getting on with that build. It's been very enjoyable so far. We move on to Two-Headed Death Flamingo. Joe Brown YouTube channel has a new video up of Two-Headed Death Flamingo having some drive upgrades. The Beaky Boy has gone brushless, which is very exciting. With the help of Mr. Rory Mangles, this thing is going to be nipping around the battle areas, the arenas, doing the Mingo thing. And if you can catch it, I'll give you $1. I don't have $1 to give you. I'm sorry, I lied. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that thing on the live scene too. Set 2 of No More Spinnahs has begun. The first and second episodes have now premiered, well not premiered, but they've been uploaded to the No More Spinnahs YouTube channel, links to which you can find on the Facebook page for World of Woodrow. Game 1, Sorry Martin, which was very enjoyable, and Game 2, which I think we called Theoretical Robots, featuring David of Smeg himself. Yeah, a lot of fun to be had. Go and check them out. We're trying to keep them down to under half an hour each episode, because over half an hour is quite a commitment to watch. So yeah, do go and check out No More Spinnahs. We put a lot of time and effort into it, and we really appreciate those who are there every week watching along, and maybe you'll enjoy it. Who knows? We move on to, yes, the other big announcement, which are the first sneak peeks of some of the BattleBots 2020 teams. We have Hypershock officially confirmed. We have a picture of Hypershock which looks absolutely delicious. This new version of Hypershock, it's like a mix of the 2018 colour scheme and some of the back section, crossed between the 2019 version that did very, very well. A few other changes. I think the front plough is slightly less wide, so that they're not going to get bits caught. The Shremek will hopefully work properly first time this time, and it's just awesome, and I love the energy of it. We also have Rusty, the precious boy, who is there looking very ready for action, let's say, and I'm very excited to see Rusty in the arena after all of the hype from all of the groups, and there's no arguments that a group where we pretend to be at BattleBots filming love him the most. But yeah, we love Rusty, and so looking forward to seeing it in the arena. And Smee, that'll do. Yes, Smee is there as well with its width. It's so wide you can fit 4 people in side by side. I saw a comment on YouTube earlier this week, which I responded to, that they don't seem to be wearing masks. So the people you see in each of these pictures were in their own bubbles in the pits at BattleBots, so they don't need to be wearing masks around the people that's on their team, but they do need to wear them, say, if they go to the arena and that sort of thing, and I think we'll be seeing that side of things in the actual episodes potentially. I'm not sure how they've worked it out, but yeah, all of the pit tables were socially distanced from each other by quite some margin. It's a massive warehouse. They were able to do it really well, and as I said earlier, There was no outbreak, no incidents, nothing like that. So all is well in Love and BattleBots. Doesn't quite work as well as Love and Robot Wars, but yeah. Looking forward to seeing the field revealed. We have heard from BattleBots that it could potentially be this week that we will get to see the BattleBots website updated with all of the pictures, so stay tuned. Once again, as soon as those pictures come out, myself and I know that Sam Elliott 64 is going to be doing a Robocast special, which I will be featuring on to talk through the new field as well. So look out for both of those videos coming very, very soon for all of your hot takes and opinions on these robots and who might do well, who we're predicting, all that sort of thing. Awesome. We move on to Hydra. Here is the new look Hydra with the new look front end, or at least one of the new look front ends. This thing is very interesting to look at. It's got lots of little teeth on it, sort of all the way across the front wedge. Lots of little wedgelets to get underneath the opponents, and then some tusk-like things coming out for the flipper. This is just one of their setups, apparently, so we might get to see others going forwards. I think I've seen a massively armoured front wedge. I'm sure we reported on that earlier in the year. But yes, Hydra looking fearsome for this season of BattleBots. Can't wait to see it in action. It should be a pretty big flippy thing. Here's LEGO Wars once again, and who was crowned champion? Spoilers for LEGO Wars if you've not gone and checked it out. Put your fingers in your ears and go la 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 la. So, we had a fight between Panic Attack and Petunia. Really good fight. Really, no it wasn't. It was Panic Attack versus Duck, was it? No, that was the last fight. Yeah, Panic Attack versus Petunia. Really close fight. Really good fun. But Petunia was pitted. Alas, my driving did not stand up to the might of David and Panic Attack. Then we had Nalego versus Duck, and it was Duck who took the win quite convincingly against Nalego. So we had a third place playoff, the battle for shunt posting between Nalego and Petunia, and it was Petunia that won that one. Really good fight, that one. Very enjoyable, and my driving came out on top. Woohoo! And lastly, we had the final between Panic Attack and Duck, and it was a really, really good fight. And I'm not going to tell you who won it. You'll have to go and see. Oh, what a tease! Yeah, so go and check it out. LEGO Wars if you want to find out the final results. Plus, there were some awards for the robots at the end of the episode, so do go and check that out to find out who got what and when and how. And there's another link to it. Team ICEWave officially confirmed yesterday that they're excited and proud to announce that they will be making an appearance in the 2020 season of BattleBots with an all-new ICEWave thanks to their sponsors SolidWorks, Double Robotics and Hypershock. Stay tuned for more announcements. Yes, they are Hypershock approved, stamp of approval. Yeah, the new ICEWave will be making an appearance. This is interesting wording. It doesn't say that they are on the season. They're saying they're making an appearance, one appearance. So could it be for an exhibition fight? Could it be for something else? We don't know. More information as it comes out, I guess, on that one. And we will get a look at that in a minute. Meanwhile, Ben from Team Panic has been busy trying to turn that mask there into... Oh, I don't know actually, where is it on my screen? Is it that mask there? I think that's right. Into a robot. And by God, I love it so much. It has come out really, really well. Massive congratulations to Ben for making it into something just so fun and exciting. So, yes. Awesome stuff. Go and check out that video, link of which is on the World of Woodrow Facebook page. How many times do I have to tell you? God, listen. Oh, look, it's David again. And there's him in No More Spinnahs, Set 2, Game 2, Theoretical Robots. We spoke about that earlier. But yeah, the link is there. Team Orby have built a small version of Orby Blade for IRC 2020, which was an event that happened recently. This is Orby Cloyd, I think. And I believe it went 1 win and 2 losses because they were having issues with transmitter and receiver, which is a shame. But I just love Team Orby's designs. This thing looks amazing. Awesome rear front wedge? What's happening there? Rear wedge, big spinner on the front end, Shremek on the top. It just looks superb. So yeah, I'm hoping that some videos are going to come out of that event, because I'd love to see some. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. Very excitingly, coming soon to the Orcs Nerd YouTube channel is the Sheffield Roboteers Rumble, which is a new series of ant-weight fights, ant-weights competing. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. New series of ant-weights fighting it out to see who is the best. Lots of spinners, lots of fun to be had, and I'm very excited. The last series of Sheffield Roboteers Society versus Robo Dojo, that was the competition that happened before on the Orcs Nerd YouTube channel, was very enjoyable. So if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. I was reporting about it last year. Definitely worth your time. Do check it out. And this was all filmed before lockdown, so it's all COVID safe, because COVID wasn't a factor at that time, or at least wasn't acknowledged at that time in this country. And lastly, oh look, it's ICEWave, the new black and yellow looking ICEWave. It is quite stealthy, very cool looking, got a good wedge, and even the top section is wedged now, so I'm thinking if a spinner hits the bottom, it's going to go up, then hit the top bit and still wedge off it, which will be interesting. That at least is my thinking, and in my world, in my headcanon, that is what's happening, so we'll go with that. Yeah, it's so cool, I love it, and looking forward to seeing it competing in BattleBots in some respect. And that is that for the news section. So we're going to have a look at your comments before we wrap things up for today. And I'm going to scroll back to the top. I have de-pirated for today. We did a Halloween party last night where I was wearing a lovely pirate costume, and the pirate costume has gone back into storage, ready for whenever I need it. The rules for Glasgow are pretty standard, with some alterations, but I won't go into detail on them, so you know, you'll have to wait and see what they are. Oh, Oliver's here. What did you miss? Probably a lot. Interesting projectiles. Why do you need to rebuild Hypershock again, man? Is it because it doesn't look like the new Hypershock? This is David, by the way, with a new look Hypershock potentially on the way. I mean, yeah, I'm not against yellow front armour. That'd just be cool. But yeah, I think the top looks alright. I think you don't need to change that much. If I scroll back far enough, there's a video of Hypershock driving around, actually, on my news from a few weeks ago. There she blows. Let's just check that out on the feed again. There it is, look. David's Hypershock. And look, it's turning properly. Hooray! But yeah, I think just the front panel needs to just be yellower, and then it'll be fine. Oh, that, and it doesn't have dual discs, but you know, I think you don't necessarily need to do dual discs. I don't know, it's up to you. It's your robot. It's pretty cool, pretty fun. Your own now owns Shum posting. Yes, that is what happened, I believe. Fingers crossed. I would also love to know the difference between all these £1 Orbies. I think they're potentially like just versioning it and making it better as time goes on. What ant weight replica should you build next, Mr. BK? I think probably an ant weight version of Shatter? Is that a thing? I think an ant weight version of Shatter. Give yourself a bit of a CAD challenge, I suppose, to do the armour. That'd be interesting. now by law you have to do it, I think. Is that how that works? I'm not sure. ICEWave looks like Code Black from Classic BattleBots. Yes, it does. And yeah, hopefully ICEWave can take a hit this time. It seemed very fragile in the Re-Mars event, which is concerning. How far do you think ICEWave will go if they are in the new season? I'm not sure. I mean, they don't have a Shriemek, and there's a lot more lifting and grappling things coming this year that have potential to throw it over, so I don't know. If they are in the main competition, they are a legend. Maybe this is one of the legends they said might fall or something. I don't know. We shall have to wait and see. Oh, apparently the Glasgow rules are already available on the GURS Facebook page, the Glasgow University Robotics Society Facebook page, I believe that is. People are thinking potentially top 4 for ICEWave. Interesting. Stanley V is not caught up to the live bits. Well, I'm sorry for your loss. As the stream is coming to an end soon. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Do remember to check out the Robocast Newsweek for all your news needs for discussing what has happened in the news recently, and be sure to check out the World of Woodrow Facebook page. I'll say it one more time for all the links for this week's stories and more. That is about it. Do check out or do look out for the announcement of the field revealed. That video will be coming out pronto as soon as I see that the website is updated and I have all of the pictures and have recorded all of the bits. I've already made a start using what the supporters have been shown. Please, if you've seen something on the supporters site, don't be sharing it about. It is for BattleBots supporters. They have paid £5 to get exclusive information, and you know, if you want to see that information for yourself, go and support $5 or £5, whatever it is, on the Facebook page if you can, to help this show keep running and to support just such an awesome sport. That's all I have to say. No more spoilers. Good stuff. Bye everyone, and stay safe in this next lockdown. That's what I'm going to leave you with. Bye bye.